Oh God. Okay, so there, there is a lot to break down for this game. Um, I'm so glad I didn't do it last night because the game got over. It was almost 11 o'clock by the time the game got over, and I'm like, do I want to spend another half an hour staying up talking about this game? And then you got to upload it and whatnot. So I decided I'm gonna wait till the next day. So it's the next day, and there's just so much to talk about here. So this may be longer than a normal um, recap because I think normally it's about 10 minutes. So this may go 15 just because there's just so much to talk about. I mean, let's get the bad out of the way. Let's just talk about that horrendous special teams making countless mistakes. I guess I have to you have to rope in Mason Crosby, who did have a good day. 1 for 1 on field goals, 6 for 6 on extra points. So our kicker was good. Punting very good, 171 yards. Average 42.8. That's pretty good. Longest was 57. So our kicker and our punter did pretty good. Even on the Bears side, like 3 for 3 for field goals, 3 for 3 for extra points. So I mean, like 185 yards over here, 54 with the longest. So I mean, both sides here last night just very good kicking and punting, or for the kicker and the punter. But oh my God, that the rest of that is just absolutely terrible. I mean, the punt return for a touchdown, big returns on kickoffs and punt returns. I mean, he had 131 yards. just on punt returns alone. 128 yards on kick returns. 97 here was the longest, 42 longest here. Our special teams is absolutely terrible. What's his name? Marcus? Is it like Drumis or something? I don't even know. But basically, and I was talking about this on the stream last night, we fired our special teams head coach, promoted our assistant head coach, and nothing's really changed. We haven't really changed a lot since firing our other special teams head coordinator. Or head coach, head coordinator, whatever. Same thing, basically. Nothing's really changed for special teams. And it's terrible. Absolutely. Oh, God, I'm even choking. This is very bad. 131 yards alone on punts is just insane. And again, most of that, again, is the touchdown. But when you can't recover an onside kick, and then you give the Bears a chance, down 15, you give them another chance at life. MVS. I believe it was MVS who was there. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know why you can't haul it in. Let it go out of bounds. You're standing on the sidelines, and the ball, if you would have moved out of the way, the ball would have just gone right out of bounds. Then we would have just needed a first down and ended the game with kneel downs. And that's and instead, they got a whole nother drive, and it ended in a pick. It ended in a pick. But just imagine if they scored a touchdown there, because they were what? I think it was the 13-yard line, 15-yard line, somewhere in there. Oh no, I'm sorry. They were about the 25-ish, because the pick was about the 10-yard line. So just imagine if they got closer and scored a touchdown, and they would have had a minute. They had a timeout left too. So I mean, special teams just did not play good at all. It's absolutely terrible last night. Absolutely terrible. We gotta fire this guy like tomorrow, because if we get in the playoffs and it becomes a special teams duel, that's not gonna be good at all. I don't care if it's Tampa, Cardinals, Dallas, who else? Niners, trying to think who else. Rams. I guess Saints could sneak in the playoffs. Who else? Vikings are, I think, still technically in it. Somehow the Falcons are still in this. So, I mean, Seattle. If we play Seattle, we normally play Seattle hard. I know we just shut them out, but if they make the playoffs, they can be different too. Even though they're last in the division, so we probably don't have to worry about that. But I mean, a lot of these good teams, top tier teams, special teams like that. If that's what costs us the game, then it's gonna be 2014 all over again. It's what it's gonna be, and that's not gonna be fun. And obviously, last time that happened, obviously there's the threats that people were making, and just basically ran them out of town, and that's not gonna be fun. That's not gonna be fun to deal with, talk about. I get it. It sucks losing on a special teams play, but when you go and you threaten a person because of how bad it is, like, that's just terrible. But on the opposite side, like, when you have a special teams coordinator that's absolutely atrocious like this, the players can't do anything. They can't tackle. They can't, cover right. Contain them. I mean, they had. I think it was the touchdown run. I think it was the touchdown run. No, it was. I think it was. Was it Khalil Herbert on the 42-yarder? Hey, either way, I forget what one it was. Cause there's so many punts and whatnot. How many punts was there? There was 4 punts. And then obviously kickoffs too. But they had the guy inside the 5-yard line. It looked like they contained him, and then he cut back to the left and just breaks it. It was either the 42-yarder or it was the touchdown. I like, you can't contain him. Like, it's just it's just atrocious. I hate it so much. It just But thankfully, special teams was the worst of it. Thankfully, offense started out slow. 0 points in the first quarter. Bears only had 3. It is what it is. We started out slow. Basically, we did what Buffalo did yesterday. And Buffalo, I mean, if we if we do what we did tonight and what Buffalo did, last night, and then what Buffalo did yesterday afternoon, and start slow against Tampa, Rams, Dallas, Arizona, you start slow again like that, that can be a big factor too. So, no points in the first quarter. I believe I saw someone say a stat that there's 7 games, this season, 7 games, so they have not scored any points in the first quarter, which is just atrocious. That's 7 games. That's half of the season. Half of the season. Yes, we're 10-3, but my guess is probably the Saints was one of them. Was the Vikings game one of them? I don't even remember. And then who was the other team we lost to? Saints, Vikings. I don't know. I don't even remember who the other team we lost to was. Can I? I'm gonna feel so dumb. The Chiefs. That's right. Duh. That's right. Yeah. So my guess is probably the Saints, the Chiefs. Are at least 2 of them. Hang on. Let's see if we put up any points in the first quarter against the Vikings here. We put up 3. Okay. So in our 3 losses this year so far, 3 losses. We put up, let's see. Yeah, 0 points against the Chiefs, 3 points against the Vikings, and 0 points against the Saints. So in our 3 losses, we have started out very slow. Absolutely terrible. That's, again, we won 4 other games, including this one. But when we're losing, we're starting out slow. And when, again, Tampa, Arizona, Cowboys, just, again, top tier teams like that in the NFC. You start out slow. They get off to a big lead, and then it's just they're playing cover 2, prevent, and they're just trying to say, hey, you can throw underneath, and we'll just try to prevent you from getting in the end zone. And when they're up big, like, that's basically what Tampa was doing. And then Tampa, I mean, Tom Brady didn't have the best second half, and the Bills really locked down. But I mean, again, it's just starting out slow. It's not good. So, that's on the offense, and it's what it is. But oh my God, that second quarter, holy crap! 24 points by Chicago, 21 points by the Packers. Yes, one of them was a pick six. Where is it? Right here. Rasul Douglas, pick six, 55 yards. That helped us get back in the game. It started to get out of hand a little bit in the second quarter here, but then obviously, pick six and late touchdown. I think there was under 2 minutes left. Was it Aaron Jones had the touchdown? How many? Yeah, Rodgers had 4 touchdowns. So, and that was just passing. And then we had a rushing touchdown for Aaron Jones too. So Devontae Adams had 2 of them. Alan Lazard had 1, and Aaron Jones had 1. So Aaron Jones all over the place. Now again, I made a video, probably a week and a half ago. Talking about the debate I've been seeing between AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. Both of them again had a very good game last night. AJ Dillon, 71 yards on 15 carries, averaging 4.7. Longest was 11. But, I mean, this man just took over the second half. Just absolutely took it over. But, Aaron Jones, 5 for 35. But look at, where is it? 3 for 30 on passing, too. So, again, dual threat. And then AJ Dillon is just basically the big back that just rumbles up the middle and just decks you if you're in his way. So, so again, but just very good by our backs. Overall, our offense, again, started out slow. 21 in the second quarter, 17 in the third quarter, only 7 in the in the fourth quarter. But really, when we got to the fourth quarter, it was basically garbage time. And obviously, that's when the Bears put up their 3 points. They're only 3 points in the second half. 3 points in the whole second half. If they're putting up 24 in the second quarter, 27 in the first half. It's just... oh my God. Choking here. 27 whole points in the first half. And it's just... our defense, again, balled out. God, down the wrong pipe. 3 sacks on Rodgers. 2 on Fields. I believe both came in the second half. I'll have to double check, but I believe they both came in the second half here. Sacks, let's see. Preston Smith had them both. I need another drink. Wow. Okay, that's a little better. My throat's a little better now. Oh, wow. So both sacks by Preston Smith here. Kenny Clark having a good day. Devondre Campbell, man. Oh, my God, just highlighted. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I'm going to leave it at that. Devondre Campbell, 16 total tackles. 9 of those 16 were solo. Solo. That means 7 he had help with. That's more than half were solo. That's just insane. And I believe it ties the record. I believe I saw, I think the Packers page actually posted it. I believe it tied the record. I think is it an early 2000s record? I think it ties. I want to say it is. But he was just flying all over the field, getting everywhere. Again, 9 solo tackles. That's what we were missing from a linebacker. That's just, it's just amazing. Just absolutely amazing here. Again, our defense, it was just it was an offensive first half, basically. Except for the pick six. But that's what helped us get back in the game, and then obviously, again, the other 7 points too. But the defense really clamped down here. 64 total tackles, 38 solo total. That's crazy. 2 sacks and 1 tackle for loss. Who had that? Preston Smith had that too. I still remember when people were saying, "Get Preston Smith out of here. Just get him out of here. Ship him away. We don't need him anymore." Still remember that. Look at what he's doing now. Fumble. Sacks. Tackles for loss. The only guy for a tackle for loss this game here. So tell me why we got to get rid of Preston Smith when he came up big with 2 sacks. 2 crucial sacks. Tell me why we should get rid of him. I honestly, I don't understand. I don't know where those haters are now. They're obviously converted into Preston Smith lovers again. But they were calling for his head last year. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. Just, it's just, it is what it is. And, people are going to switch sides. But the haters are out there. So, obviously I didn't really touch on it a lot. But Chandon Sullivan with the basically, I guess, technically game-sealing interception. Even though, again, it was a 15-point game. Our special team should have sealed the game. But, whatever. Who gives a crap? Oh, God. Yeah, so that's talking defense again. Offense, Davante Adams, 10 receptions, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just another normal day here. Alan Lazard really got going for us last night in the passing game. Again, normally, he's a blocker and whatnot, but 6 receptions for 75 yards. He had a touchdown. Longest of 32 yards, too. So, we just very good. We didn't have Randall Cobb in, and, doing very good. Yeah. So, we got to talk about MVS again, outside of that, Rodgers wasn't really forcing him the ball. Really, that first half, that Bears defense, was pretty clamping down, again, until the second quarter. But, it felt like the Bears defense was a little different this time than they were, when we faced them 2 months ago. So, they were locking down MVS. Davante Adams, locking down for a bit there and whatnot. I forget who they... I can't remember his name. I don't remember his name. But they had one guy basically on Adams for most of the game, and eventually Adams found a way to shake him off. But, they're clamping down for a little bit there. But, just Bears defense was playing pretty good. They came out and they were swinging for the fences in that first half, and then they just died in the second half. So, and the funny thing, I'm probably not going to be able to find it for this video, but Matt Nagy at halftime came out, and when asked by reporters, he said, "I'm having a lot of fun." Boy, did that change. 27-21 at half. I'm having a lot of fun. 45-30 in the end. You put up 3 points in the second half. Woohoo! So, it's so fun. Let's see. We're talking about that. I do want to touch on Justin Fields. He had honestly, stats, 18-33. It's not, or 18 of 33. It's not, spectacular or amazing. But, again, 74 yards rushing, 224 yards passing. Only took 2 sacks. Yes, he had 2 interceptions, but he had 2 touchdowns. Justin Fields, again, he's good. And it's just because he's in Chicago with that, coaching staff and whatnot, with that GM, everything that's going on there in Chicago. It's just, if he would have been drafted to New England, some other mid-tier team, New England's not really a mid-tier team because they've really sprouted up and they're back to their old selves. But you put Justin Fields on like a mid-tier team, he's lightening up and he's probably making them a playoff contender, honestly. So, it's just, eventually when Justin Fields gets either he leaves Chicago and goes somewhere else or he gets better coaching staff, he's going to be lighting up the league. I think he could probably, with a better coaching staff, you could probably say he could maybe be a top 10 QB. Potential. So, just got to say my praises there. Dual threat. Again, 74 yards on the run. On the run. It's pretty good. So, just got to say my praises there. David Montgomery was back for the first time. We did not play against him in Chicago earlier this year. So, they gave him the ball a bit, 10 carries, 42 yards, so, not bad there. Again, I think if they use him more and if they know how to use him, I mean, David Montgomery can be a good back, too. So, I've been saying that for 3 years. 2 years, 3 years, whatever it's been. And they just don't know how to use David Montgomery right. So, it is what it is. But, again, just Bears, again, they have stars and whatnot. It's just a little bit better coaching, and they're a playoff team. Just is what it is. You give Justin Fields 2 years, 3 years, and better coaching staff, and, they're going to be a good team. So, I'm going to wrap up there. God. I honestly am expecting news on our special teams here within the next 4 days, 5 days, probably by next week, and I'm expecting news. Something to come out. I don't know if they're looking for a new guy right now, but I expect news on the special teams coming out sometime this week, just because of how atrocious it is right now, and you can't go anywhere but up. Obviously, there is good spots, like our kicker Corey Bojorquez, like our punter Corey Bojorquez, and our kicker Mason Crosby. There is spots there. Obviously, Mason's had some bad days, but he's been doing good overall. But they got to find, they got to teach it better. It's got to be better. It's got to be way better. Amari Rogers is not a good kick returner. I'm starting. I don't get why we have him back there. I kind of wish we would put someone else back there. Devontae joked in his press conference, said, maybe I'm gonna have to sneak out there and be the punt returner. So that would be fun to see. He said, obviously they wouldn't allow him, but if he sneaks out there, and obviously they won't want to call a timeout. So you put him back there and you just you let him do his thing. So it's gonna be a lot better than Amari Rogers. Obviously, Amari's he's a rookie. You got to get that out of the way. Devontae Adams started out very bad as he was young and whatnot. All these receivers don't start out as good as Randy Moss, for example. How good was Jerry Rice? He was probably pretty good as a rookie. I don't know his stats for his rookie year, but I would assume he probably was good for his rookie year. But like these legends, they don't all start out as legends. Like everyone, you got to build and you got to get better and better and better and better. So, obviously got to give him time, but he's got to be better coached back there. And it is what it is. Like, we can't do anything right now, but I'm hoping and praying that eventually we get a new special teams coordinator. I would love to get one before the playoffs. If we can please do that here. Obviously, we're sitting at 10-3. Waiting for Arizona. If Arizona loses tonight, we're sitting in the driver's seat at the 1 seed. So then you just got to win out. For now, though, like the video, share the video around. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on that road to 225 after smashing the road to 200. I'm putting it up to 225 now. We have, 19? 18 days, I think. We have 18 days to hit it before the end of the year comes. So I guess there's potential, but we'll see what happens. But we hit 200. That's the crazy thing. So again, I already signed off, but again, we're on the road to 225. So consider subscribing, and I'm out of here. Peace.